Hello and welcome along. Today we're back on Lone Oak Farm. You might notice that we have jumped forward a couple of days. We have just had a load of rain as well. The reason for this is there wasn't actually much to do on day 4. We pretty much expended everything on day 3. We're on to day 5, and what we're doing today is we're going to be doing a lot of spraying. We are in this fantastic Massey Ferguson 9030. This is, I think this was part of the Platinum Edition, or came from ordering the Platinum Edition from Giant's website. So what we're doing is we're spraying our wheat, as you can see at the moment, and then we're going to spray our grass fields as well. The idea being that we get the fertilization up, get the yields up on all of them. What we do have, interestingly enough, is we have 2 stages. So this represents the 2nd stage fertilization on here. It will represent the 3rd stage on our grass, which is actually a good thing because we're going to be cutting grass the next game day. Which will probably actually be the next episode. Actually, we're going to be doing it for silage. Well, we're going to be doing silage on one, hay on the other, to kickstart our cows, because the first cut of silage with seasons is always, or the first cut of grass, sorry, with seasons, is always lower yield because you're cutting it from a lower starting point than you would at any other point in the year, and in fact even in year 2. So yeah, so that's good that we have 3 stages of fertilization on that. It's only 2 on here, but that's all right. We have only just had the first stage of growth on this field, and we're actually doing the headlands first with this spray, trying to keep it nice and straight. Actually, having a good time of it at the moment because of the rows. The rows are helping me keep it nice and straight. We might try and use GPS when we come to it, but at the moment we're just, oh, there we go. We're just using the rows to do this, and I want to get, you know, we should get nice coverage with this. This field isn't completely square, I don't think. Oh, maybe it is. If we stay in the rows, we should be all right. But like always, I'd like to get a very nice screenshot. You know, it makes it more interesting for you guys. Hopefully gets you guys to click on the video a little bit more. But enough of that. Yeah, so we will up the yield on here. We've got this, of course, we've got this ploughed and cultivated, this field as well, which is fantastic. We should get a really good yield off the wheat this year. The only thing, of course, we don't have is we haven't put any cover crop in first. But that's a minor thing. I'm not sure. I think that might only increase it by 10%. But if you're with seasons, cover crops actually come into their own. If you manage to do, if you're doing multi-year, which I like to try and do multi-year series. But if you do multi-year, what you'll find is if you're not putting in a winter crop, absolutely, as soon as you can, put in a cover crop, because you just increase your yield and therefore you make more money. When it comes to things like the realism experiment and realistic play and things like that, I definitely try and put in a cover crop wherever I can, because it does just increase it that little bit more. And when you're tight for money, as you kind of are when you're doing that kind of thing, it really helps, really adds to what you can achieve and what you can do, and getting your fields and everything and your farm and everything really doing well in the 2nd year. You know, first year you kind of struggle through a little bit, and then year 2, what you do is you just go for it. This field is huge. I set out in today's episode to get this field done and the grass. I think what we're going to find, actually, is that, yeah, it's going to be just this field. Unless by some miracle I'm misjudging this a bit, it's really actually quite big. And we're taking quite a long time just to get round the headlands on it. I mean, amazingly long to get around the headlands on it. But, yeah, we'll see how far we get. How are we doing? I'm kind of tempted to download. There's a better mini-map that will show fertilization and seeding and things like that on it as well. I'm very tempted to download it for situations like this. Especially when you're fertilizing and things like that. It's really, really useful to be able to see how much you've done, how much you've managed, that kind of thing. And even when planting, you know, when we're trying to estimate how much of the field we've done, it would be quite useful for that. So I am tempted to get that and try that. We might do that. I might give it a whirl in a live stream maybe, and go from there. I hope you guys have all had a good weekend. I should say at this point, this is going out on Monday. For me, it's I'm recording it on Thursday night. Literally in hours, I will be flying out to FarmCon. So I hope that there has been some good announcements and things. If you're coming to this as one of the first videos, having seen me or listened to me at FarmCon, welcome along, new person or new people. I hope you enjoy the channel and what I try and do here. It's yeah, trying to do a little bit of realism, not too much, just enough to still be enjoyable. So we don't sacrifice real enjoyment for realism, but we do try and just have fun with the realism aspect. We're doing well here. Yeah. I'm hoping we're going to do alright. At this point, actually, we may not need to use the GPS. I think we may have this fairly well covered. Because the thing is, the reason why I normally use GPS is because I can't see where I've been. Here I can, very much. And thankfully, the field goes north-south. So we can line ourselves up. And we'll come outside for this, to line this up. And then we can just follow along the road here. Yeah. There we go. Reverse it up. Right. So we want to stay roughly in this line here. Like so. Oh, perfect. So we put our windscreen wiper there. Straight up that line. That is absolutely perfect. I do need to keep myself straight when doing it. Yeah. Perfect. Let's head back in. Get rid of that. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We'll put those two bits through. Those two bits through the middle of this. The thing that actually surprises me about this, that I am being surprised about this sprayer, doesn't move very fast. Part of the reason why I was expecting to be able to get so much done is because I thought it was going to spray a little faster. It's not. But having said that, we have just come up that road a little bit quicker than I expected. I think, yeah. There we go. We can now come up here. There's the edge again. I think we want to be about here, don't we? Oh no, we are way too far over. As I said, trying to have a little bit of realism. There we go. So back in here, and we'll keep these two in the middle this time. Okay, so we're now chomping through the field at a good rate. We should get this field done today. Unfortunately, as I said at the start of the episode, I don't think we're going to get at the grass. I think that is going to be something we will end up doing off camera. I do want to get onto the mowing this week. So yeah, I think I will end up doing that off camera and doing it that way. I may even get to do get a little bit ahead while I'm away at the weekend. I don't know. It depends actually whether I can get my computers to sync up. Right, there we are. Let's. Right, I'm watching the end tip of this out. Starting that up. I think that's going to give coverage. Yes, that's giving coverage. So I'm actually going to shut it on those two. Yeah. How much overlap do we have? Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, a little bit of overlap. But I've had worse. I've had worse. That's pretty well lined up. As I said, we are chomping our way through the field now. I was a little bit concerned, but I'm not as concerned as I once was. And, I'm hoping we are halfway through this. We could be, because what I am noticing at the moment is that fertilizer might be an issue. We've got 47% fertilizer left. Admittedly, we have done the headlands. Headland coming up there. But we could end up, if we're not careful, running out of fertilizer. That's why I am... yeah, there we go. Let's line that up. Start it off again. So that's why I'm worried about the overlap. Like that. That is way too much overlap. There we go. That will be better. Now there is a mod that actually is really good that I want to set up sometime. It controls the nozzles on the sprayer. So what you do is it automatically cuts out if you've already sprayed an area, which is fantastic for preserving fertilizer. And something you can actually do in real life. I think reality-wise, that is a function of spraying in that you can turn off certain nozzles, and I don't know whether it does it automatically. But you can turn off certain nozzles and get yourself to a point where you're not wasting fertilizer. I didn't realise we'd come up against that headland. That's pretty cool. We are going to have a little bit on this side to do, and it looks like we missed a little bit there. So I might try and pick those up quickly. Try and pick these up quickly. So that one there. Yeah, we're now onto the thinner part of the field. Back down. Beauty of care tyres. Is that we're not harming the crop, and the crop's also fairly low. Oh, we can actually get the spray lower. That's good. We'll get the sprayer really low and close to it, as it's quite short, because we don't want it low and away in the wind. Right. So up here, we are on the line roughly of where the spray starts. So there we go. I'm going to come out. Try and position myself so that I am minimal overlay or minimal crossover. but at the same time covering as much ground as possible. And there we go. So yeah, we are in the shorter part of the field now. So that is the really wide parts of the field is all done. On a field this shape, I'm never quite sure what the correct setup is. Whether you would go for north-south like this, so the really big bit of the field gets done as you'd expect we are, or whether you would go, whether you then go across the field at this point. So I don't know where you'd turn round. I suppose I do. What you do is you do this bit of the field first, and then almost like a headland. But you're gonna come a cropper, I think, when the combine comes to do it, or when the sprayer comes to do it. I suppose it would work. I think I need to do a little bit more research on that. I'd be interested to know how the actual farm that this is based on does this field. I think that would be a proper eye opener for that. Be able to tell exactly how this field should be done. There we go. I think it would be, it's one of those things that really interests me when I come across maps that are based on real farms. Just sort of knowing how they do it is always an interesting thing. Always a nice thing to find out. There we go. Right, and I do want to expand on this map. I do want to get. What we might do is try and get some silage sorted for selling. If I can do that, then what that will give us is the opportunity to. We're going to have enough fertilizer. Good. The opportunity to cheat a little bit here. Oh, the opportunity to maybe buy another field, especially if we can do it. If we can get silage done quickly, we might be able to get some cropping. You know, a late soybean, or maybe a late sunflower planting. But yeah, it would be. I think it takes a third of a season for with seasons to ferment silage. So yeah, I'm not sure we can. I'm not sure we can actually get some silage done in time to then plant it. I will have to investigate that, especially after our disastrous initial work with soybeans. Speaking of which, we have replanted the field with the soybeans. We did that in the live stream, and yeah, so if you want to check that out, along with lots of other jobs that got done with that, we did that in last Tuesday's live stream. Next live stream on here will be on Friday. There we go, that is the field all done. Let's give that a quick check before we're done. Yeah, we are all fertilised. Fantastic. So let's fold that up. And we'll start to head back to the farm. But that is where I'm going to end it. We have not got done as much as I'd hoped. I will get the rest. I'll get the grass fields all sprayed. But for now, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from FendtFarmer, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.